Good morning. It's fancy coffee time. Fancy coffee time's looking a little bit different today. Mainly because I'm still in a really bad flare-up with my foot. So we're just gonna be sitting here in the egg chair. Coffee time will be taking place out here sometimes though, because I finally got my living room painted. And the vibes are vibing, yeah. Like, literally the minute that TJ took that first roller of paint on the ceiling, we both immediately were like, oh, the vibe. It's so chill in this living room now. So, my foot being pretty flared up, it's day 3 using the cane. Not all day, just like at night, you know? And when I've been sitting for a while, if I get back up, my foot will be real tight and painful. Anyways, we have a busy day today. Again, I didn't even get to the gym yesterday, which honestly, I couldn't have done much because I was so miserable in pain. When I have bad pain days like that, it's hard to keep my head in check. Hello, guys. Hi, Mama Pretty Girl. You can come say hello to your friends. She's like, why are you changing the living room, Mom? I liked it the way it was. Come on. There she is. And she's not happy with us because we moved the living room around. Okay. Anyways, so there still needs to be some touch-ups done out here, but we're getting ready to, I gotta find the curtain rods that I want, because these curtain rods that are out here came with the house, and they're like, literally, I think they're like 60 years old, okay? So, I'm gonna replace the curtain rods. I already ordered the curtains. Those should be here soon, so I'm gonna steam those when those arrive. And then, when TJ takes down these curtain rods and puts in new ones, we're gonna have to patch the walls also. There are like nails and stuff in these walls I've never taken out. So we're gonna be doing those as well. Should have done that before we painted, but you know, it is what it is. So just some touch-ups and some repairs. And then this buffet, I don't know why I decorated it with a bunch of stuff on it because I'm donating that to the gym. So Jordan said he'd help me load that in the car so I can get that delivered to the gym, so we have more counter space there. And then it's going to be, I want to try to get to the gym today, but I don't know if I will. My foot is bad. I get it flared up like that, and then it's just like, I don't like me. But yeah, today's fancy coffee time needed to be done sitting down because a certain amount of pain affects my mental. You know, like I only want to feel a certain amount each day. I don't want to feel it at all, but hi, Mama. See, she'll be happy with us. She just doesn't want to jump on this chair. Okay, this is Miss Chubby Chickies. She said, I like this chair because my mommy's in it, but I don't like the way it moves. Oh, yeah. She's such a little weirdo the way she likes to be held. She'll do this, put her butt up, and this is how I sleep sometimes. Okay, she'll have her butt in my face, getting all a little bit. You hear those purrs? This is her favorite way to get cuddles. Booty up, face down. I think Ludacris made a song about that. So, what do you got going on today? Anything fun? I gotta be honest. The last couple days I've been in pain. I've not been feeling the vibe of doing coffee time. Just because it's hard for me to be like all chippery and stuff when I'm hurting, you know? But, I mean, I guess my husband was like, you kind of did it to yourself again, babe. I was like, I know, shh, don't tell anybody. But I'm grateful. Oh, that would have sucked if I would have spilled the coffee in the coffee time. My son got me this chair for Mother's Day last year. It's a double egg chair. You can legitimately lay down and take a nap in this bitch. And I'm gonna be putting lights all over. I found a thing of curtain lights. I think I'm gonna connect those and like run them through here. It's gonna be so magical. I can't wait, you have no idea. But I did bring out like all my journals and stuff. And I set them up over here. Because this is where I'll do my journaling now instead of at the kitchen table. Where everyone can bother me. Now I'm just out here and like, people know I'm here. I wanted this chair to like tuck back far enough into the corner to where people couldn't see me, but that's not gonna happen. And then I should have the flooring, the first box of flooring, which is 25 2-foot by 2-foot tiles. They're like gym mat flooring. I have that getting delivered. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna order the flooring in process, okay? Because we can't get it all at once. I can't afford that. But I have the first 25 pieces coming. And then next month I'll get another order of the flooring. And one day, ultimately, I want to replace all this hardwood or refinish it. That day is not going to be today. Because this hardwood was like destroyed when we bought this house. We should have just replaced it then, but we didn't have the money. We had to pour in so much money into this house to get it how we liked it. Oh, I want to show you guys my journal. Some people ask, like, what do I do to journal? I got a couple different things. This is my daily life. Okay, so we have this journal. This is my iCan. It's a manifestation journal. I can't show you everything in here because there's personal stuff, but I can open it up to a place I haven't written. This is just each day you come in and you do affirmations, what you're grateful for. You do it in the morning, and then I always forget the night part. Okay, so I usually do the night part the next day. And I don't do this every single day. Just I noticed that I come to this journal when I'm really struggling with like motivation and figuring out my goals and things like that. I'll do the manifestation journal. And then this is my regular everyday journal. And sometimes, you know, I only have that much to write. Sometimes I only have that much to write. But then other times I have books that I write. Okay. This one, I really like it. I picked it up this weekend. I haven't started it yet. Well, I did. I started it yesterday. So this one was at the Women's Fitness Convention. He's an author. His name's Kevin B. Wells. He has this, and then he also has a poetry book. But this is On This Day, Daily Inspirational Messages. So it's just like a journal prompt book, and here it says like God is good orderly direction to great outcomes by divine help and aid. So it's got 365 days here, and each day has a different journal prompt. And I got it, A, to support a Black author, and B, because there were a couple in here that I really liked. Erica got one too, Mama Loves Macros. So today's journal prompt is, today's the 11th, correct? I missed yesterday. A great plan to succeed will never meet success unless it is put into action. So it just says like, today's message made me think about this, so today I will, and then at the end of the day, again, you come back and say what you actually did. I'm not saying I'm gonna use this perfectly every single day, but when I struggle with journal prompts and finding something to talk about or write about, because journal is a part of my daily self-care, then that's where I have this one. This one has some prompts in it as well, but this one I really, really like. Because sometimes I would just like look up journal prompts online, but it's nice to have it right here. And then I've just got like a regular notepad and my planner. And today we do have an appointment at 2 p.m., which I'm super excited about because it's today Wednesday. It is, okay. I'm really excited about this appointment because we get our diagnosis today for the ADHD, ADD testing, the neurospicy noggin, you know? Like she told me before, she was like, yeah, you definitely have it, but we gotta figure out exactly where I fall on it. So I'm just hoping to like find some things that can help me regulate my noggin because it's very stressful. And I'm really having a hard time remembering things. But anyways, I do have to write Felicia's book launch date in here because I'm catering that. Felicia's book launch. I also need to write down March 7th, I got booked to cater a 60th birthday party. How exciting. And then I need to go through my phone because what I do is once a month, I will go through my phone and pull everything out of my phone and put it in here. But it doesn't always work, see, because I'll write it down, but then I'm still gonna forget something somewhere. Guaranteed, it never fails. Never, ever, ever. So, and then we have family dinner at the Brinery. We're actually going to the Brinery tonight for dinner for Jordan's birthday. Well, his birthday was back in beginning of January. And I was gonna make him his birthday dinner. My kids always get to pick, well, they usually get 2 birthday dinners when they're home. They'll get a homemade meal and then they'll get to pick a restaurant. But with us doing calorie deficit, me and my husband, it's like, yeah, we could definitely do the homemade meal, but But I asked her and I said, what do you want? And he said a lamb sandwich. This was the day before the women's fitness convention, and I looked at my husband and I was like, I'm not going to be able to eat lamb. Because I knew what I was about to do to my foot the next couple days, you know? And I messaged Maddie at the Brianery right away because I know I've worked there. I know they have the best damn Greek sandwich you'll ever have. And they took it off the menu recently, and I messaged her and I was like, hey, can you bring that sandwich back for Jordan's birthday? So yes, they will have Scotty the Greek, which is a braised lamb shoulder sandwich with a roasted garlic confit tzatziki. So we're taking Jordan there for his birthday dinner. And I'm most likely gonna end up eating fried chicken, which I shouldn't, but when in Rome. Well, I mean, we're not going to the fried chicken place of the century. Well, we are, actually, we are. But I need to try their fried chicken because they just came out with new fried chicken, and Maddie made new pickles just for the fried chicken. Maddie's one of my best friends. I love that woman to death. I have a lot of really close, amazing friends. I used to think that having 500 friends was really cool. And then I looked at my circle, and I was like, if there was something wrong in my life, seriously wrong, how many of these people would I call? And it was only like 4 or 5. And yeah, it's crazy to think how much I've changed in the last couple of years. Like, especially being sober from alcohol, like my friend group has completely changed. I mean, I still have like my core friends, TJ and Heather and Jocelyn, and you know, like the friends that really were friends outside of the alcoholism. So I still have them, thankfully. But now I look at it like we used to have, I don't know, probably 30 parties a year, 24 to 36, maybe even more. I mean, I was always throwing some kind of event. And I think that a lot of it was because with my disability, it was easier to put out the money and do all the work to make food and buy booze and, you know, for people to come to my house and hang out because it was just easier than me going out somewhere on my scooter. And now we barely ever have anybody over. Like, TJ comes over every once in a while. Every once in a while, Jocelyn will come visit. Erica, Jess, and my cousin Kelly are coming next weekend. I'm so excited for them to come stay the weekend. You have no idea. Like, I think, what was it I wanted to do when they were in town? I saw something happening in Pittsburgh, and I was like, oh, I gotta take them. Oh, I know what it was, but we can't do it because it was booked. It was pottery. I wanted to take the girls to do pottery, but it's fully booked, obviously, because Valentine's Day is like soon. We do not celebrate Valentine's Day. Do you? Me and my husband never have. I think when we first got together, like our first year together, he got me something for Valentine's Day, and I was like, hey, just so you know, you don't have to do that. And he's like, what? You don't celebrate? I was like, no. I was like, actually, I'm from Ohio, and they used to celebrate sweetest Day as well, and I never celebrated that. Valentine's Day I get angry with. And I'll tell you why. Okay? We're about to go on a whole little fucking trip in our favorite rocket ship, also known as the Bitchin' Bus, okay? Because Valentine's Day has single-handedly ruined my birthday so many times in life. I think that's why I hate it. I think that's why. Because my birthday is February 18th. So it's like Valentine's Day being 4 days before, it doesn't matter if you go the week before your birthday, the week after your birthday, the week of your birthday, you're still dealing with the Valentine's Day bullshit at every restaurant. So we don't even go to restaurants anymore for my birthday. Listen, if you love me, the last thing you're ever going to want me to do is go to a restaurant around Valentine's Day or take me to a restaurant on Mother's Day. That's not love. That's torment. And if you love the women in your life by taking them out on those 2 days, that's fine. They obviously never worked in a restaurant because I can't be in there busy, like when it's like crazy busy in a restaurant and you're just like sitting there watching the world burn around you in the middle of the restaurant. Because you can tell someone in the kitchen's having a meltdown or a server didn't show up. Like, you know, after you ran restaurants for so long, you can always figure out what's going on just by watching for a few minutes. And I just don't think that that's love. I don't think, because me, like, I'm like one of those people when I see a restaurant getting in the weeds and stuff, like, I want to get up and start bussing tables. My husband's like, no, I brought you out to dinner. I didn't bring you to dinner to work. I'm like, okay. Speaking of which, do you know what this living room remodel reminded me of? It has been probably 9 years since we did family photos. Guess what's gonna be happening soon? Family photos. See if maybe in the springtime, maybe if TJ would want to go. And like I do pictures of him and Lacey and Gio, and he'll do pictures of me and Michael and Jason and Jordan. It's gonna be so hard to get both the kids home for family photos in the springtime. Or maybe if me and Jason just got pictures done. Because we haven't had our pictures done since I don't even know how long. The family photos. Well, our wedding. But like technically we didn't have the pictures done at our wedding. We did candid photos. I knew that the day of my wedding, well, it was a surprise wedding. But I hate posing for photos. Like, I'm just like, one and done type of thing. And I told my photographer, Jake, and he was like, wanting like a whole list of like planned photos. And I was like, no, dude, I legitimately just want you with your camera watching people and taking pictures all night long. Like, I don't want to pose. I don't want to stop and smile. I don't want to have to wait to get 10 people together to take a photo. I just want you watching the happiness in the room. Snap it. And he did. And we got the best wedding photos ever. I mean, Jake did such a great job. But yeah, that's our game plan for the day. I want to try to get to the gym. I don't know if I will. Because again, my foot being this bad, it's just gotta take a few days to calm it shit, you know? And being on it yesterday, my husband was like, well, maybe. My therapist said that when I do my husband's voice, she's like, I have a feeling that's exactly what he sounds like because you do his voice so well. My therapist was laughing yesterday because I was like complaining about my foot or whatever. And she's always like, let me get you a pillow. We'll put your foot up. I'm like, no, we don't. We're Gucci. Okay, it's going to hurt up in the air. It's going to hurt sitting down. It's going to hurt no matter what. I promise you. But yeah, I was telling her about how Jason, I said, you know, Monday, like the day before, I could barely move my foot and how bad it was. And my husband had the nerve, the gall, and every bit of audacity to look at me and be like, well, maybe if you didn't do so much. And I shot him like, that is not, right now is not the time to tell me that you're right about something, Jason. No, you better stop. So I was telling her about it, and she's like, well, maybe your husband's right. Maybe you do need to take some time off. So anyways, I left therapy. I'm get back home. My husband texted me, and he said, how'd therapy go, babe? That's one thing I love about that man. Every week when I have therapy, he needs to know how I am right afterwards. Like, because I do EMDR therapy sometimes, and so there's sometimes where, like, I'm not okay. But anyways, he was like, how'd therapy go? I messaged him back, and I was like, it was really good. I kind of sort of got lectured on, like, not taking a day off and actually relaxing. And my therapist was like, how about an actual day off where we don't work, we don't edit videos, we don't go to the gym, we just take a day off, Desiree. And I was like, yeah, but that's no fun. So anyways, I told my husband that I get lectured from a therapist about taking a day off, and he was like, oh, so is she gonna learn what it's like for you not to listen to her too? My therapist and husband are so funny because they both say like the exact same thing about me, and I don't listen, but it's true. Cause I just like, I don't know, I feel like I can't just sit. I'm thinking that like with this chair now though, with the living room being set up like this, I do think I will be able to relax a little bit more. Because before, we only had the recliner out here in the living room. And it just was not comfortable. Because the minute you sit on this recliner, you're going to have all three dogs on top of you. Daisy will jump on me on this because she loves the egg chair. But Baby and Sissy, they're too scared to jump up here because it moves. But I think that having this chair out here and having it to where like all I can see when I look is the wall. You know, like I'm not seeing dishes that need done or, you know, things that need dusted or anything like that. So I'm hoping. I'm getting the driest skin I'm not hoping for the driest skin, but I'm getting dry skin. I'm hoping that having this living room set up and putting in like a sound machine, and once we get the lighting in here done, I'm putting string lights on the ceiling. I'm putting string lights on my egg chair. And look at that bicep. That's nice. Okay, focus, Linda. I'm hoping that I'll be able to actually like relax and chill and vibe and bring myself down a little bit, but I don't know. I'm also hoping that my diagnosis helps. We can figure out how my neurospicy noggin works, and then we can treat it. That's what we're hoping for, guys. It's so exciting. But hopefully Fancy Coffee Time will be back in there tomorrow. What do you guys think? Should we do like start Fancy Coffee out there and then come out here and relax for Fancy Coffee Time? Because I'm digging the vibes of the living room. Once we get all the lights and everything, like, you'll get it. You'll understand how magical it is. Also, I feel like I need something behind this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a tapestry or something. Because this takes up the whole corner, this whole chair. Like, I don't think you can see how big this chair is. And I can't get you from here. But this, I mean, legitimately, like, you lay down, take a nap, whole human body can fit in this chair, okay? It's the best. This was my birthday gift from my boys. I always say Michael got it for me, but all of my boys, Michael, Jason, and Jordan, they all split the cost of this. So I just say Michael got it for me because he's the one that ordered it, but it was all of them. And I had wanted one of these chairs so bad, but for the longest time I couldn't fit in one because they had, I think the weight limit was like 300 pounds, 330 pounds, and I was more than that. So, but this, yeah, now I sit in it. I love this chair. I love it. And I couldn't use it out on my porch because I got a crazy neighbor, you guys. Like, she drives me crazy. And now I can use it because it's in my living room. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my coffee. Do some journaling. Edit this motherfucking video because that's going to take, we're almost at 30 minutes of filming. So I got at least an hour of editing ahead of me. Any hootie tootie fruity. Thanks for hanging out with me. Chubby Cheeks says hello, and she loves you too. And I hope you have a great day. Tell me the things you're grateful for. I'm grateful for my chair, for my hard work, for relaxing. That's what I'm actually gonna try to fucking do today. Okay, love you, bye.